When they aren't gallivanting back and forth with their rakish audacity and fancy footwork, they let the other team members of the party, clean up their mess. Let's check out level 1 through 12 of the new Patch 8 subclass in Baldur's Gate 3, the Swashbuckler Rogue.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Jeffy, shut up. Let people watch the video. All right, we have the largest rogue we've ever seen, an orc rogue with purple hair. Good old, random character creator, thank you. So we're checking out the Swashbuckler Rogue. Very, very good subclass. Let's check it out. We will not choose the subclass until level 3 like a lot of other classes. So here at level 2, we're going to get a standard rogue level and health increased, and you're going to get your cunning actions, which as a bonus action you can hide, dash, or disengage. Rogue level 3, specialization, baby! And we're going to be picking the Swashbuckler at level 3. We get a health increase, our specialization selection for that Swashbuckler specifically, and we get 2 exclusive features for that Swashbuckler immediately. Fancy footwork. If you make a melee attack against a target, that target can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn. Very, very good. A little different than in standard D&D, where you can just go in and out of combat with whomever you want in a single turn if you have the movement for it. It is specifying that you do need to make an attack against a target first. Guerrilla warfare, very good thing to do. In and out, just get out of combat real quick by stabbing someone and running away. Now, of course, watch out for the big guys grabbing your head and crushing your skull.
Then I smash their head in like this!
And then we have Rakish Audacity. You gain a +2 to initiative rolls. This scales with your rogue level. That is new, it's very good. You no longer need advantage to trigger sneak attack as long as you are within 5 feet of the target and don't have disadvantage. So, there are a lot of possibilities here. Get yourself magical darkness via dipping into a little bit of warlock, throw some darkness down, and you never have disadvantage. It's amazing, and you get sneak attack no matter what. And this is just amazing for a normal straight rogue where you just have sneak attack no matter who's there, as long as you aren't having disadvantage. So just don't get poisoned. Rogue level 4. You get a few things here. You get new feat picks. Who this? Oh yeah. Health increased. And then you get a few extra dirty tricks that are unique to the Swashbuckler Rogue. Very cool. I like that they make this different than normal Dungeons & Dragons. I really do. All right, we got a bag of dirty tricks here. The first dirty trick is Flick of the Wrist. Flick your weapon at a target and possibly disarm them. Gain advantage on your next attack. All it takes is a bonus action, and it gives you advantage on your next attack, which is your main attack. That is amazing. And then we got Pocket Sand. Toss a handful of sand at your enemy and possibly blind them. Gain advantage on your next attack. You don't even need advantage to get sneak attack with this rogue, but it's giving you advantage all the time anyways, which is amazing. And finally, what would a swashbuckler be without a little bit of witty banter? Here we have its own version of Vicious Mockery, its own cantrip. Insult a creature, it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Gain advantage on your next attack. It does have a wisdom save against that. Charisma is your spellcasting modifier here, so if you do dump charisma like I did for this character, this might not be the best option for you. But a high charisma rogue is just asking for some fun. So with the dirty tricks, there are no currencies for it, so you can just use this every time you have a bonus action, which is pretty amazing. So every turn you can just be like, Pocket Sand! And oh my god, I murdered her with Pocket Sand. I am so sorry, No, I'm not. I'm not sorry, Lae'zel. You know what you did. Alright, Flick of the Wrist. Ooh, look at that stance. That is good. Oh, just a little poke, a little ka-cha. Dead. A little pop, a little panache. And she dropped her weapon. That's amazing. And because you have advantage from those dirty little tricks you have there, you do get a specialized rakish sneak attack in a way. I do still recommend making sure to turn sneak attack on toggle by ask versus just letting it automatically trigger every time, just so you can figure out when you want to use it versus the game just kind of doing it all willy-nilly on your first attack. So you can do this by going to character sheet, go over to reactions, and then rather than trigger automatically like it is here, you can just make sure you click toggle ask with square or whatever other button you have via PC or Xbox, and it'll go to toggle ask. So every time it goes to sneak attack, it will then trigger a ask for you as a reaction, be like, hey, do you want to use this? You can tell it no, and you can save it for next time, or you can do it right there. It's also the same thing if you plan on doing 2-weapon fighting with this rogue. Make sure that that automatic secondary attack isn't triggered, so you don't immediately attack twice every time you take the main attack action. Make sure those are separated, just so you can do your normal attack and then go over to bonus action and do that attack, so you don't lose a bonus action, because you have a lot of options for your bonus action with this rogue specifically. Level 5. Uncanny dodge. I think I said evasion earlier for level 5 instead of uncanny dodge. I am an idiot. Da-da-da. So sorry about that. Uncanny dodge is still amazing though. I do recommend using it and having it on all the time. You can use your lightning quick reflexes to protect yourself. When an attack hits you, you only take half the usual damage. That's awesome. And makes survivability for a squishy little rogue way easier. Level 6 is also a very standard rogue level. Health increase, that's it. It's a very sad level, I'll be honest. So if you do plan on multi-classing, 5 is kind of the good cutoff for that reason, specifically because 6 is a wasted level. Otherwise, go up to 7 because 7 is evasion and not uncanny dodge, because I'm an idiot. Remember this, I'm stupid. You get evasion, not uncanny dodge, here at level 7 with a health increase. Evasion. Your agility lets you dodge out of the way of certain spells. When a spell or effect would deal half damage on a successful dexterity saving throw, it deals no damage if you succeed and only half damage if you fail. Survivability increase even more. So if you are multi-classing and you're already in that kind of 4-level spot, going past 3 for the dirty little tricks and everything, and level 4, make sure you just jump up to level 7. Just do it. Why not? Who cares? Take a little 2-level dip into fighter, get that, action surge, and then jump 3 levels to get a subclass somewhere else. Not a bad little multi-class if I do say so myself. Level 8. You got some extra feat picks here and your health goes up. Nothing crazy. Rogue Level 9. Here's where you get your last ability as a Swashbuckler Rogue. This is a pretty front-loaded class overall, so it could be something easily jumping into for multi-classing, as I've said way too many times, I think, actually. But otherwise, if you want to fully go through as level 12 in your Swashbuckler Rogue, late game here, you do get a little bit of extra goodness. So you get a health increase, and here is where your high Charisma Rogue, unlike my 8 in Charisma Rogue here, really comes into effect. Panache. Roll a persuasion check to beguile a humanoid, who must contest it with an insight check. Enemies who fail gain panache disadvantage. Others who fail become charmed. Doesn't work on beasts, constructs, elementals, monstrosities, plants, or undead.
But what's panache disadvantage?
Well, panache disadvantage, my young friend, is the condition that you have disadvantage on attack rolls against all enemies except the caster of panache. You are also unable to make opportunity attacks against enemies other than the caster. And guess what? You can't make opportunities attacks against Swashbuckler Rogues if they've attacked you. So it's like, hey, go screw yourself. Woo! It's kind of a compelled duel with some extra goodness because you can't get attack of opportunity against you. So yeah. Level 10. Unlike other levels, which is typically every 4 levels you can get feats, at level 10 you get an additional feat for the Swashbuckler, which makes it longer game, kind of worth it if you have a build in mind, especially like 2-weapon fighting, dual wielder, that kind of thing. In addition to your charisma-based approaches, you can take actor, you could take just the basic ASI, where you're going to be able to get your charisma and or dexterity pumped up to likely something like 1920 without too many problems, because you have a lot of chances for feats and ASIs. Level 11. Health increase and reliable talent. A standard rogue ability, when you make an ability check with a skill you're proficient with, the lowest result you can roll on the die is a 10, which makes your expertise skills pretty much amazing. Like the best skills you could ever have, and you'll never fail them because you can't roll a 1, you can't roll under a 10 really, and you probably have a plus freaking 37 at this point. So yeah, pretty solid if you plan on going rogue the entire way. Last level, but not least, level 12. An additional feat for your last foot, some big health, some big feet, some big health. It's your final chance to really dial in your build here with the ASIs, the additional ASIs you get, and or featses. Final thoughts on the Swashbuckler Rogue. I would recommend this class in general. It is just an amazing class. It can be done all the way through to 12. I think your later levels, you are kind of sad after 9 in a way, but with those extra feet and ASIs you can put in there, you can make the build really come together all its own at the end at level 12. I think this class really shines though with at least a 3 or 4 level dip into it to get the Swashbuckler subclass along with the bag of dirty little tricks. And at that point, you may as well go to level 5, where you're definitely getting evasion if evasion was called uncanny dodge. Because I'm an idiot, and you found that out in this video. And I will not go back and edit this. So yeah, here we are. I love you for staying and being okay with me being an idiot. So, dipping into this if you wanted to, some good classes would be Warlock. After those 5 initial levels of Rogue, depending on how you want to split the levels, of course, but if you get those 5 initial levels, which is really good in the front end, highly recommend doing that first. You can get Eldritch Sight as a Warlock. You can see in Magical Darkness, then you can cast Darkness multiple times per day, and at this point you probably have some Scrolls of Darkness too, that'll really just help you see in the dark, attack, get advantage on the attack, do your dirty little tricks, and never have disadvantage on anything while you're in there, so you're getting sneak attack every turn, along with those bonus action moves that you have, many of them in this case. And or dipping into Fighter or Gloomstalker Ranger, those would be very, very nice. Having Gloomstalker, having that Rakish Audacity sneak attack, having those abilities to do sneak attack when you're just jumping in or from a distance even, not bad at all. The big thing with the Gloomstalker, it does benefit most from range combat in my opinion, but going in, jumping in and attacking real quick while you're invisible or something like that with a Swashbuckler Rogue and getting that first attack and then coming out. If you're doing a solo run and you want to do guerrilla warfare, this isn't a bad class to use for that, and multi-class to make it work for you with the right equipment that goes into the game. So overall, pretty freaking solid subclass. What's your favorite subclass out of this patch 8? This is the last video I've done of those, and I'm sorry for it being so late. But yeah, tell me in the comments, please. I would love to know, and I want to know your builds. Please tell me your favorite build in the comments. That would just make my day, because I love seeing what other creative people have. So yeah, I'll see ya, and here's the outro. Ta-da! Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and like these breakdowns, please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff, because everything you do for this channel, just watching and enjoying it, makes things better. It makes it possible for us to be able to sponsor these animals and help endangered species all around the world. Thank you so, so, so much. Bye.